All right, guys, the next book I'm going to read to you is on Epic, and Epic is a website where you can read books online. So some of you may already have an Epic account and you might be already reading books at home, but if you don't have an account and you want to try to get one, you can have your parents email me and I can help you out. So this story is called The Most Magnificent Thing, and it's written and illustrated by Ashley Spires. And remember, the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. So this person wrote the words and drew the pictures. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things, he unmakes things. One day, the girl had a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Do you think a dog is going to be a good assistant for her? I mean, he is wearing a bow tie. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. Doesn't really look like they're out of the way to me. What do you guys think? The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. Wow, she is one hard worker. Can you guys think of a time when you worked really hard on something? Like she's doing for this project? She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square, she makes it round, she gives it legs, she adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy, she makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing she has in her mind. She gets mad. Look at what the illustrator did here. She drew these lines over her head to show her anger. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work! See how angry she's getting? Looks like she's going to be in a bad mood, just like Mr. Rabbit. Crunch! The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. It's easy to get frustrated, though, when things don't work, isn't it? I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first, but before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel-to-seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. "This is the perfect thing to ward off bears." "This will stop that leak." "This one's all wet." The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. Wow, what do you guys think it's going to be? Does anyone have any guesses? Think in your head about a guess you might have. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. The end. So, what I love about this story is that she did not give up, even though she was having a really, really hard time, and she really didn't want to keep trying. She was able to overcome it, and she was able to create something that she really loved.